guy? Y'all know this guy? I got a funny story. Where's it at? Y'all know this guy? He's been gaining a bit of a reputation. A good, you know, he's been blowing up. But what do you think about this? I'm tired of shit. What do you think about this? I gotta fix this again. I got all my screens confused. That's why it takes me so long to transition and shit. My shit's getting real elaborate, man. It's getting tough to run all this. Sources. Every time I see this, I always want to say Dazn. But damn it. I hate that name. I really do. Hate is a strong word. But can't stand it. Why couldn't they just spell the Dazn? Like, why they couldn't just put D-A-Z-O-N-E? Like, maybe put a little dash between the A and the Z. Like, man. Like, because when new people see it, you know, they're like, what am I watching the Canelo fight on? Huh? Like, they tried to be too edgy and too, you know, whatever. The Zone has emerged as the front runner in the Golovkin GGG sweepstakes. They offered a 2-fight deal Wednesday that would pay Golovkin at least $40 million. And it's a September fight with Canelo. PBC offered a 2-fight deal that pays 8 figures per bout. Now, notice how he know, like, you know, this guy, man. So they think he's like a PBC shill. But then I saw something. Somebody sent me this friend of mine named Russ. Where's it at, man? This right here. On Boxing Scene. So apparently, as it was said, quote unquote, Golovkin is cleaning house. So he's cleaning house, like he's got a whole lot of money about to come in. He's got a whole lot of money about to come in. So he's doing a whole, getting a whole new team, basically, financially. If he would have signed with PBC, he would have a fight, like a tune-up fight, a comeback fight. And then he would go on to fight Jamal Charlo, you know, and they would build it up like they did Wilder versus Fury. When it comes to the Zone, it's going to be Andrade and then Canelo. I want that so bad. Golovkin Andrade could be happening in April or May. Golovkin Andrade could be happening in April or May for $9.99. Oh, that free trial shit is going to be over. No, we don't know. There's no way for us to know the subscriber count. We get the press releases from the Zone. There's no way to know the subscriber count, just like with ESPN Plus. You know, they know it because they know, for example, with ESPN, they released the UFC numbers. So they know the numbers, but they don't want to ever release them because they don't want to ever to be news and shit. I know what they're doing. They don't want to release subscription numbers. Like they making sure they don't make the same mistake with pay-per-view buys. They want to keep us in the dark about that. And the Zone likely is going to do the same thing unless they do something big like they did with Canelo, where for the Canelo fight, they became the #1 app on the #1 downloaded app in the Google Play Store and in the Apple App Store. So they'll release those type of numbers. For example, you know what pay-per-view buys, when they're hugely successful, they release a press release saying, hey, look at these numbers. It did this and did this and did this. But if they're not what they expected them to be, you'll hear it on social media, but you'll hear a high number and then you'll hear like a low number. Like, for example, you always hear, you know, and we are going to get him on the show. I have talked to Mr. Rick Glasser. We're going to get him on the show. And I told him, I said, listen, you already know what your reputation is. You know, like, he going to talk his shit. Like, we want to hear what he have to say. So he's the one that usually says, no, the pay-per-view did this. It really didn't do no motherfucking 400,000 pay-per-view buys. It really did like two some shit or 3 some shit. You see what I'm saying? Crawford versus Khan, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if that shit do 200, man. No. I'd be surprised if it do 300. I'd be surprised if it do 300. It's a heat check, you know? I mean, obviously, I'm buying it. You can't count me. You know, eventually, especially this year, it's going to be a little bit of a, you know, fans are going to get a little tired, and they're going to pick and choose. They in the motherfucking 7th round. They in the 7th round. They're going to pick and choose, you know, what fights they buy. You know, remember, we have Wilder Fury, right? That happened in December. They gave us a little space, 5 weeks, about 6 weeks, 5-6 weeks, right? With Pacquiao Broner. February, you know, got a break. And then March, you got Spence Garcia, right? Wilder versus Fury 2 could be in April. April the 27th or the 26th, I believe they said. And then, or May the 18th. Also in April, which Showtime will likely avoid. This is why I think that they're going to try to push Wilder Fury to May. April, we have, as you said, Crawford versus Khan. Look how many pay-per-views that is. That's about what? I forgot how many I just named. About $400, $500 in pay-per-views. $500 for hardcore boxing fans in pay-per-views. If you're a hardcore, those are fights you got to buy, right? I'm tired of shit. Don't worry. We're going to make it through this. We're going to make it through this. So, in regards to Golovkin right now, he's like, honestly, I'm still in awe that the man is like a superstar and still can barely speak English. Like, he's a superstar. He's become a superstar. What? My shit gonna click. There we go. All right, we're good. Like, he's a superstar now. Like, that type of money, like, I'm glad he's smart enough now. I'm not saying he wasn't, but I'm glad that he's finally at a situation like you always want to see fighters do what he's doing in regards to if the rumors are true that his wife is like God in his career now. And we see now that just this right here, you know, he's cleaning house. And, you know, when it comes to Tom Loeffler, we don't know what's going on with that situation. So with the money that's being thrown at him, it's good that, you know, is looking like he don't have a whole bunch of leeches, and you don't never see him with people unless it's his team. So you can't say he got a whole bunch of yes men and like people leeching off of him. You know, hell, I barely seen his wife. I guess you know what I thought. Remember it like it was seeming like he had that like awkward relationship with his wife. Now obviously that's none of our business, but we media, we gonna talk about it. Like when he was like, well, you know, this is, you know, I tell her this is my business. You stay home or some shit. Remember he said that old crazy shit. I don't remember what it was. Some shit. But it looks like now from the rumors is that like it really was true. Like, all right, let me get this money, baby. And then I'm going to come back. Because he had a baby. Remember he had a baby, but like he was like at a fight or something. Like his wife was in labor or some old crazy shit. So I guess he's just like really dedicated to his job. He loves box. He always told us he was really dedicated. He loves box, you know? And he respects box. So I guess his wife got to respect. She knew from the beginning. But now, you know, he been really taking his time. Like, he ain't been on camera. He ain't been, did you notice, like, when he was at Wilder Fury, he looked uncomfortable. He's sitting there like, you know, like he been, you know, like, I fucks with GGG, man. You know, I fucks with him. And he's a cool dude. You know? So, you know, I'm glad he's, like, taking control of his career, because usually like them Eastern European fighters, they usually don't like operate on their own. Like, this is some rare type of shit. You got to respect it, because what we're seeing so far is like he's really trying to do this shit himself. Crazy. So with him doing that, I'm thinking that this is making him a much more dangerous fighter in regards to outside of his age, which is making Canelo versus Triple G3 big for the zone and for boxing, because it's only going to be $10 and that subscription shit is going to be over. I mean, that free trial shit, that shit going to be over. That free trial shit going to be over. There's some people saying that when they sign out and sign back in, that it says like they're paying $14.99 a month. I haven't seen it. I'm not saying that they're being charged $14.99 a month. I'm thinking that maybe the zone is like, you know, in there fucking with their systems and shit and that computer technical shit and, you know, getting ready for a price increase. Not now. It would be fucked up for them to do a free trial. Then after they finally start the free trial and say, no, we're going up to $14.99. Maybe, you know, in a year or two from now, maybe their 2-year plan was, you know, the first year or whatever, 8 months, 9 months, give, you know, the 30-day free trial. Then after we go down to a 7-day free trial, once we get established, then maybe after 2 years, we go up to $14.99 or some shit. For example, I got some shit from Hulu. Fucking Hulu went down $2. I was like, oh shit. You never expect something to go down. You always expect shit to go up. Like, you know how Netflix been constantly rising every year. You know, a little bit here, a little bit there. Shit. Do people still get Netflix DVDs in the mail? Them shits? Can you get Bird Box? The DVD, if you don't want to like stream it. My ice, this is just water now. This is green tea. Just water now. But this has been a very productive stream. So you know how I get down. I'm wondering if I should leave this stream up or if I should take it down just to be safe. Just so Top Rank don't fuck with my video and try to fucking copyright strike me, man.